Cinemas, since inception, have been the biggest contributors to the experience economy for the past 100 years and will continue to do so forever. There is no doubt that COVID-19 has challenged the passion for cinema which is prevalent in our country. COVID-19 lockdown has caused irreparable damage to all sectors in India, and film industry, both Bollywood and regional ones, are all suffering to a varied degree due to lack of productivity, financial paralysis and losses in some sectors. The industry is at a standstill. Actors, even the busiest of them, are all sitting idle, production companies and multiplex properties on a pause. Both of these have fixed outgoings, work or no work. Add to that investments in underproduction projects stuck indefinitely. The film industry employs thousands of people besides technical professionals. These are on and off the workers employed at the sets who are paid on day-to-day basis only when shooting takes place. No work, no pay. They don't sign muster anywhere. They are on the lowest rung of the film hierarchy and are suffering the most. Not only has the present, but the future seems to be uncertain. And when the whole country is under lockdown, it's not as if they have an alternative in finding a job elsewhere. From day-to-day developments, it seems like this COVID-19 effect is not going to end very soon, in which event the future of the entire film industry is uncertain to the extent that nobody has a clue what will happen, nor can anyone make any plans, at least not anyone from the industry. Among the sufferers at the moment are also the multiplex chains, the luxurious properties which redefine movie-going in India and now wear a haunted look. No movie screenings, no box office collections. Yet, future shock awaits these cinema outlets. And this when the overheads and maintenance remain static. It's not as if the exhibition trade will spring back to normalcy soon as the lockdown is withdrawn. The normalcy is going to need a lot of cooling period. For one thing, the supply of films is going to be scarce as filmmakers and investors will want to make sure the ambience is conducive to risk releasing a film. The moviegoer is sure to be even warier going into an enclosed cinema hall, keeping safe distance with social distancing having been drilled into his mind. Then there is another medium that has gained momentum during the close down. That is the popularity and growth of the OTT platform. When cinema was not available and television channels were dishing out repeat programs, OTT proved to be the only medium of entertainment. The cause to worry is because OTT is posing to be a parallel premiere release platform for new films. That the filmmakers are even contemplating to bypass the cinema hall and opt for OTT is a cause for worry. Angrezi medium had just released on March 13 and the close down was announced the same day. Like with all such films, it did not even get a weekend's run for the word of mouth to spread so that the film could pick up momentum. The film's release was delayed because of the health problems of Irfan Khan, its protagonist. Finally, when it hit the scenes, its stay was short-lived. The film's theatrical prospects were finished because releasing it after the lockdown would have meant empty houses. It was rather thoughtful decision on the part of the makers of Angrezi medium to immediately release it on OTT platform. The film was gaining on this platform when unfortunately Irfan passed away. For his massive fan base, the film became a must-watch. This was just a start for concern for the multiplex owners because some filmmakers had started contemplating the premiere release of their films on OTT, sidestepping the cinema scenes and considering the amount of money that OTT platforms it could easily suffice to make small and medium budget films that have been doing well at the box office in recent times. Such times usually have budgets ranging from Rs 10 to 25 crores. For big budget films, a release on OTT will not be viable because these have huge investments to recover. Unfortunately, for the cinema halls, the number of such films under production has dwindled greatly over the last couple of years. And to other problems the multiplexes face, there is a certainty that the taxes, the admission rates of cinema tickets will be increased by the government as it has done with what it considers inessential for survival like alcohol and fuel. Cinema tickets are sure to figure on the list. For the subscriber, what works is that a fixed monthly fee, OTT opens up a mine of content, be it films, television serials, news, sport, music, documentaries and content created by the platforms on their own, which is much different from what the television channels dish out and caters to the youth. This is besides the access to the international repertoire. Filmmakers some time back were heard to contemplate new film releases on OTT. Even in South film industry, such a move is under consideration. Recently, filmmakers from across the industries made a move towards this end, that is, opt for OTT medium of exhibition or films. This thinking by filmmakers seems to have unnerved cinema hall owners. With COVID-19 pandemic bringing in the new normal, the major focus of the theatre owners will be to ensure physical and social distancing and unprecedented hygiene protocols. And all this are going to be defining the way we live, eat, spend time watching movies and at the shopping malls is set to change forever. Operations are shut, movie releases are getting deferred, and therefore inflow of cash has entirely stopped. The movie theatres with zero footfall, paucity of cash flow has culled Indian media and the entertainment industry's revenue by 16% or rupees 25,000 crore to rupees 1.3 lakh crore this fiscal, said a report by Chrysler in March this year. With a few big ticket releases already opting for premieres on the OTT platforms, what challenges are movie theatres facing in the current scenario? In such a scenario, let me end with the optimistic note that Anupama Chopra had stated. Cinema is a necessary comfort and a collective expression of hope. Even as the industry scrambles to survive, we have to believe that a happy ending is a possibility.
नमस्कार मु नीलिमा आशा करछि आपन को हमर ए वीडियोटी निश्चय भल लागिथिबो। हमर ए वीडियोटी को लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करबा को भूलंतनी। लेटेस्ट अपडेट पई देखुथांतु ओटीवी।